Hey guys, and welcome back to Churn Farms. It is day 8 of early winter. Been busy. I thought about bringing you guys in for a couple segments, but then I thought, well, it's just been more and more selling of various things and trips to sell points and the like. So I thought, well, while it's telling a story of us closing out this map and moving on to the next thing, it really is a little bit of monotonous. So I decided I wouldn't do that to you all. I would just kind of do that work off camera. And look at that. We are getting a whopping $361 per silage bale. That is, well, I would say that is atrocious. I had no idea when I had the plan to make silage bales that we would get such a low return on these things. I knew that the Seasons folks had modified the silage bale price, but I had no idea that they had completely tanked it like they did. Thinking about it, I think I understand why. Because you wouldn't make silage bales so much to sell as much as to use. You're not making silage bales to bring down here to the BGA to feed to the digester. You're going to do that with loose bulk silage. The you wouldn't, well, conceivably you would sell silage bales to other farmers that maybe needed the silage bales, but beyond that, you wouldn't be using them like we're doing here, selling them at the BGA. And I did test, and yes, I get the exact same price if I sell them at the bale sell point, which is the incinerator on this map. I toyed with a couple ideas. I toyed with one, going into the Seasons data file and modifying the price point for silage bales just to make this sell. But then I thought, well, that's not really, it's not cheating as much as just gaining the system, so to speak. Then I thought about putting the LT Master, the Grawl or Gowl LT Master mod in, which is the that stationary baler thing where you bring in loose material and it makes round bales out of all kinds of stuff. And part of that mod is it includes a little hand tool that allows you to basically bust open bale and make it loose again. So I thought a little bit about maybe putting that in and busting open all of these bales and making them loose, and then using maybe a conveyor belt or something to sell the loose material at a obviously much higher rate of return. But again, I thought, well, it's an awful lot of work for 250 some silage bales. So in the end, obviously, I thought I would just do them this way with the telehandler, and just drop them in and just get the, get what we get, so to speak. I did the math. We should still be getting about $93,000 for our efforts here. Not a bad payday by any stretch of the imagination. And speaking of paydays, you can see that we have had ourselves a fair number of very good paydays. That is because we have now sold all of our crops. We've sold cows. Obviously, we've seen that. We've sold all the manure that was piled up at the cow area. We sold all of the slurry that was over in the cow's slurry pit. We've sold all of the straw pellets and all of the wood chips. So there's really only two things left on the map here to sell. We've got the silage bales, which we are taking care of today. And we've got the pigs, which are going to go off to market tomorrow. Lined up with the animal dealer to take all the pigs tomorrow. And at that point, we will have nothing left on the map of any value. And the following day is move out day. We are going to be moving out of our farmhouse on I guess day 10 of midwinter. And we've already got some property lined up in Northern Ireland, or should I say off the coast of Northern Ireland. We're going to be moving to a sheep farm on an island off the coast of Northern Ireland, and we're gonna become sheep farmers. But we're gonna become sheep farmers on a scale that I don't think has been seen before. We're going to do some massive sheep farming, and that's one reason why we need all the money we can get now. Because we have a whole boatload of sheeps to buy. We've got to go and basically buy all of our equipment again. And we've got to probably get some hired hands to help. We have some land we need to buy. So we're going to need every bit of money that we can get. And I think we're going to walk out of here. We're going to walk out of Churn Farm with close to maybe $2.6 million. I have to see how it all looks on move out day. So I'm using the bale grabs from the Straw Harvest DLC. Seem to work pretty good. Sometimes they have a little weirdness go on like that one. They do use a locking script to hold things. Typically, I've not been a big fan of locking script works. But I like these from the standpoint that they have the actual grabber claws that fold down and everything. You have a little bit of issue. They kind of sometimes they make the bales jump. You release the grapple. Beyond that, we're working on this little pile. Back up. We're working on this little pile which had about 48 bales on it. After we back up here, I'm going to swing around and show you the other pile. The big pile that I don't think we've necessarily shown to this point. And, oh, look. There's the bigger pile of bales. Oh, we're going to be here a while. Try this little maneuver. Well, that's not gonna work. I thought it would work. Up these. I was gonna try to grab 2, and then bring them down, and grab another 2, and then have 4, but I'm not, I have to, so we have to put them on the ground here. Some. Then we'll see if we can. 4. There we go. Thankfully, this telehandler has a fair bit of weight in the trunk. Or we wouldn't be able to do things like that. Sometimes you just need a little help. Oh my goodness, did I just... There we go. Well, that nearly didn't work out too well, huh? There we go. So, let it be known, oops, I guess it's an announcement that we are moving to Rathlin Island at some point. Now, Rathlin Island is going to be a continuation of this series. It is going to come on after Midtown. So I am done trying to do two recorded series at a time, while at the same time maintaining 2 live stream maps. That is a bit much for my current schedule. And one of the only reasons I was able to pick Churn Farms back up was because, in all truthfulness, I was about 6 weeks ahead, 6 weeks ahead of schedule with the Midtown videos, as far as when they were aired. So I decided I had plenty of time to come back and work on Churn, and I kind of always had wanted to finish the series up. It gave me plenty of time to come back here and work on this while I was kind of eating away at the recorded archives of Midtown. That recorded archive is now nearly depleted in its entirety, which is really good because we are nearly done here. But what that means is I don't really want to be trying to wrangle those. So we'll come back to Rathlin after Midtown is done. Just like this map, the goal is to play Midtown till autumn of the 2nd year. And we're actually going to pick up Rathlin in winter. So I don't think this has really been done. I don't think anyone's really done a continuation series like this, where we are literally going to be starting Rathlin on the equivalent game day of when we are leaving here. So we are going to be leaving Churn on day 10 of midwinter. And we're going to come into Rathlin Island in midwinter. We're not going to play 24-day seasons. Rathlin, we're going to play something a little bit different. I'm thinking maybe 9-day seasons. Because we've done 24, we've done 6, we've done 12. Well, I've done 12 off camera. We've done 15. So I thought we'd do 9-day seasons. So we're going to come in on day 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to come in on day 4 of winter, which should be first day of midwinter with a 9-day season. And I don't really know how long we'll play that one through, but that's the goal, is to come in midwinter, just as if we had driven out of here, went straight up there and moved in. So that ought to be fun. And it gives us a little diversity, because with seasons you're always starting in early spring. and you know, it's a little not boring, but just monotonous watching folks always start a new map and always being in early spring. You can pretty much always tell how things are going to go. Well, they're going to be plowing and cultivating and fertilizing and seeding for quite a while. So with this strategy, we're going to basically start in winter. Not a lot going on in winter other than probably some forestry work. So we'll do forestry work, which will help us pad our bank account even more so that we can afford the sheep when we need to buy them. And we can afford the land that we need to have in order to support the sheep that we're going to have. We're just going to continue to sell these silage bales. And we'll probably come back. Tail end of this video will be us making some sheep or some pig deliveries. Oh, we've already delivered, or we've already had videos where we've taken cows to the market. We've already taken our sheep to market. So it's a little repetitive, but I want to tell the story. I want to try to close out the map in such a way that we're telling the story. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, true to form, it has been a cold and wet few days after we were. Well, it started to rain while we were selling our silage bales yesterday, and it's pretty much not stopped since. We are here in our truck. It is selling day for our pigs. Time to take these little porkers off to the market and see what we get for them. I tell you, this is a pretty tight spot. I'm gonna have to. I think what I'll do is I'll turn around here. If I can't get turned around, just turn around through here. Grass is already cut down, so we won't have to worry about damaging the grass. On here. So we've already lined everything up at the bank. We are good to close out tomorrow, and we will be moving out of the house, like I said. Most of our belongings have already been packed up and shipped up. This works. All right. Let's load up these porkers. How many do we get? We get 38 per load. 171. Quite a number of loads. Went ahead and sold our telehandler this morning. Sold the little Massey Ferguson 5000 series. We sold the rest of the trailer. Pretty much everything that we needed to care for our pigs we went ahead and got rid of, because obviously we're not going to need them now that we're going to get rid of our pigs here. And basically tomorrow, the only thing that we have, the only commitment we have is to we already promised to take whatever eggs were up at the cow farm and bring them over here to the brewery, which also has kind of a little restaurant in it. So we promised to bring the eggs over to there, and then we're going to, I guess, head out of town tomorrow. Seems a little depressing, actually, to be thinking about it. But all is well, and time to move on. We've had ourselves a great time here in Churn Farms. Learned quite a bit. Explored the countryside quite a bit. No regrets. No regrets when leaving. That's the key, right? Alrighty. It's us. One in here. Y'all may notice that our truck has got a little bit of an extension to it now. POW truck has gained a third axle, or third set of wheels in the back. It's a steering axle, drop axle for heavy loads. Oh, might have it. There we are. So let's sell these puppies. What are we getting per pig? $1,600, almost $1,700. It's going to be a good payday. $64,000 per load. That is going to be a really good payday. And you can get this this exact truck over at Rockhound Mods, his Facebook page. I will try to remember to put a link in the description to his Facebook page. Let's turn on our beacons. Should turn on our headlights, right? The Rockhound Mods, he's a good buddy of ours, and he put this Kenworth together to tribute the POWs, prisoners of war, if you're not familiar with what POW stands for. And it's a great tribute, and I have basically told him that I will try to work this truck into every series I do because it needs the airtime. And I was really happy to be able to get an advanced copy of this truck, the 3-axle truck. It is now released on Facebook, and you'll be able to get it just by going to his Facebook site. It does steer a little. It does have a little longer turning radius than the old truck, but you get used to it. This truck still takes all of the AR modules like the 2-axle truck did, except now that the frame's been extended, they fit better on the truck. Don't have such a overhang off the back end. Alright, let's see here. These shrubs here, they really impede our ability to back in that way. Just make another loop. Say about the only thing we haven't sold off are some hay and straw bales. Some hay and straw that's over at the cow farm. We still have those hay bales over here at the sheep, and we've got the straw bales here, and we still have a little bit of hay bales off of the off in that that other shed where we stored our excess the other year. So let's just get out of here real quick. Let's just check something out. Guess if the truck's there, I can't hit the sell to see what we would get per total. Looks like we're going to have 4 full loads and then a partial load. It won't take too long to sell all these. I might as well just stick with you, or have you stick with me through the selling of these. and everything. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the series as a whole. Now, I ask at the end of every video that I hope that you guys liked the video. But I hope you guys liked this series. This series, as I had said earlier, really was put together for the purpose of two main goals. One, to find out how seasons works with such a long seasonal cycle of 24 days. How does that play out? How does the weather play out? How does caring for your animals work? Vehicle maintenance. Can you seriously go 90 or 70 some game days from the start of spring until the end of autumn as far as your revenue? Money that you start the map off with in spring, can you make that last through all of your planting, through all of your fertilizing, through summer and into autumn? Can you do it? And well, if you look at our bank account, I would say that you definitely can. Started this map with just the money that we get starting on hard mode. It's $15,000 and the starting equipment. We sold most of the starting equipment, but kept some of it around for the purpose of using it the first year. And we basically sold stuff off as we no longer needed it. So after we plowed, we sold off the plow. After we cultivated, we sold off the cultivator. After we seeded, well, we sold off the seeder. And we used that to buy. We want to sell. Did I just bring an empty trailer over here? Or did I sell a bunch of pigs and not realize it? I seriously think I just drove an empty trailer over here. Oh my gosh. At any rate, you know, I think we've proven that you can indeed play in career mode, which is where you don't cheat money in, you don't cheat product in, and things like that. I think we have proven you can play in career mode on 24-day seasons and make a profit. Now, we had some things going for us on this map. One, we had a pretty decent starting fleet. Two, we had a fair number of fields to start out with. I think we started out with 10 fields. Now, some of those fields were pretty nice sized, and some of them weren't so big, but we had a nice variety of field sizes. So we had two really good things going for us on the map. We played with the equivalent of the Wales geo, which is indicative to the area that this map is to portray, and we had some struggles on the way. Took a long time in the spring and summer to get our ground temp up to be able to support corn and soybeans. It's very, very wet. In fact, this game year, there were 7 consecutive days of rain in autumn. You know, we bought more fields over the winter, and you know, to some degree, we could put the Bank of Hagenstadt mod in, and we could sell those fields. We could leave here with probably close to $5 million. Sell it off if we sold off the fields, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave the fields where they are. We bought a fair number of fields to increase our complement of fields, our farm size this last winter and spring. The purpose of expanding our operation, and with the amount of rain that we had, I don't think we would have had the opportunity to truly we went down there. Empty trailer. Now look, I got pigs in the trailer this time. So, I don't think we would have had enough time to actually harvest all those fields, given the amount of rain that we had this autumn. Now, we didn't have a chance to harvest all the fields because we didn't need to, because we lost a fair amount of crop, because we gambled and we never got to the right ground temp during the growing season. So we lost all the corn, and we lost all of our soybeans this year. Last year we were able to grow corn and soybeans because the ground temps came up in time, but this year not so much. So we learned a fair bit through our gameplay here. Hope you all enjoyed it. You're all looking forward to our next endeavor, Rathlin Island. If you're not aware, we're currently doing a series on Midtown, which is another map by CCS 101, who's the map author of this map for FS17. So I encourage you to check out my videos on Midtown. We started that map the last day of spring, and we're playing through the end of autumn, the second year. As I record this video, we just started our second year. By the time this video airs, I have no idea where we're going to be. We're probably going to be close to the end of autumn. So even though I'm saying it's going to be a while before we get to Rathlin, in reality it may be just a few weeks real time before we get to Rathlin, as opposed to 2 months of real time. It may be more like 2 weeks of real time. Depends on how things play out, how quick we end up getting through the second year of Midtown. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Alright. Well, I said that I was going to keep you all with me as I sold these pigs, but well, what should have been our third trip is really our second trip. So I'm just going to do a cut, and I'll be right back with you with our last load of piggies. So we are about to pick up our last load of pigs. I think we have 19 pigs left. Let's see, we've got nearly $3 million now. If we're going to be able to bust the 3 million mark or not. Got 19 pigs, and then we've got to sell this animal trailer, and then that will be what money we have, pretty much. It's getting dark. Can't really see back there very well. Should work. 18 pigs. We'll load them up. Oh, and now it decides to stop raining. Well, isn't that great? This area up. And we'll make one final run with our little porkers. The pigs turned out to be quite profitable. I think we paid about $1,500 for these pigs each when we bought them. And I'm pretty sure we bought, well, we bought 38. So did we buy 3 loads? No, we didn't buy 3 loads. Maybe, I don't know, did we buy 100 pigs, or did we start out with some number just south of 100 pigs? I don't really remember, but Yeah, we grew 71 pigs, I think, over the course of this game year. And that is, then we are selling them at a peak in price, and we're getting about $1,600 a pig. So we're making about $1,000 a pig for the 100 that we, $100 a pig. Sorry, we're getting $100 a pig for the 100 pigs that we bought to start out with, more than we paid, and we're getting $1,600 for 71 pigs that we didn't have, that we produced. So that is a pretty good payday, I would say, with the new version of Seasons, which, again, I don't know if it's out yet or not. It's version 1.3.1 is the version I am using. I got access to a early dev copy over at the Seasons GitHub, folks. So that's where I got mine from, and they basically have changed the way pigs work a little bit. Maybe a little more than a little bit, but they've changed how pigs work and made them a bit more profitable. There we go. So let's take a look and see. $185,000 for our pigs. Pretty good deal. Let's go ahead and take our trailer back. I know this has been a kind of a long episode, but we're just going to go ahead and bridge into tomorrow, and this will be the final episode of the series. Store up there, the glowing green John Deere sign. That is definitely the sign of. There's been many a dark night on this map where I have used that the John Deere sign as a beacon to know which road to turn down. We are not going to sell the truck. Plan is to not sell this POW truck. I talked about this map being done in career mode. And in career mode, I didn't really cheat money in. Well, the only exception to that has been this POW truck. I did technically cheat money in order to get the POW truck. But that was for a good cause, because I wanted it to talk about the POW truck and everything. But I didn't necessarily have the money to buy it. Did kind of cheat the money in just for the purpose of getting the truck. And for that purpose, we're going to park it in here. We are not going to sell it. I guess I should turn this, right? We're not going to sell it. It's going to just basically become a permanent archive here of the map. We'll probably see another variant of that shortly on Rathlin. Oh, look at that, just over $3 million. Great day. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna run back to the farm, back to the farmhouse, and hit the bed early, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. It is day 10 of midwinter, and as I said, it is time to leave. Got our pickup truck here. And we left our wipers on. We're going to run up here. We've got one more thing that we need to pick up from the cow farm. We got some eggs to collect, as I said earlier. And we got our service trailer. We're going to go ahead and bring that on with us to Rathlin. No need on leaving the service trailer here. We will need one in our next endeavor, so we might as well just bring the one we've got. Here's our service trailer. Left it. We're going to go ahead and hook up to this. And let's go ahead and pick up our eggs one last time. Said I love picking up eggs in winter, as you can see them. You're not busy running around trying to find the darn things. Girls, I know someone will be by later to pick up the eggs for me. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and take these eggs down to the brewery like we promised. And we will close these gates ceremoniously. We haven't closed these gates since the first day that we came on the map. Been opened since then. Close them up. Heading out of town. We're also going to need to fill up. Look at that. We got a little low on fuel. We're going to need to fuel up before we head out. Okay. Got a good idea where we can get some fuel. So guys, this has been a blast playing this map, as I've already said. I want to thank everybody for watching. Love your comments. I'm still getting comments. People finding the series for the first time, starting to watch it. Just the other day, I had a guy leave a comment saying that he knew that I was probably long done this series and everything and moved on, but he had a question about one of the mods that I was using, and told him that actually you might be a little surprised. We are still working this map. We took a little bit of break, but we're still working it, and plenty of viewing. And I looked at the date. That was episode 3 he left that comment. And I looked at the date on that, and it was August. It was the end of August 2017 that we were on episode 3 of our 24-day season's adventure. Wow. So it has been 5-6 months been playing on this map. It's just insane. Never would have thought about that. August, so the end of August, so September, October, November, December, so that's 4. January, February, so it's 5, that's 6, and March. We are now in March. When this video airs, it will be March. So 6.5 months or so, 6 to 6.5 months, we've been playing this map, and we've gotten 2 years, almost 2 years. Boy, that is quite the investment in time. And at no point in time did I feel like I was bored with this map. Every day, it's just a great adventure. If you liked the video, please consider clicking the like button. I encourage you to check out the guys in my description. They have various styles of gameplay. You may enjoy their gameplay or not. Just go check them out. Also encourage you to check out the 3 Dudes Media website that is linked in my description, as well as PCSG, Both are really great community farm sim websites, and both have really great opportunities to share, ask questions. Nobody there will talk to you like, go look for it yourself. Everyone understands that every question gets asked multiple times. No big deal. Feel free to answer those. So we're going to pull up here to our little convenience store. Remember, this is where we first started selling our milk and everything. We've got gas pumps up here. We're going to go ahead and fill up. That is... See, this guy is got to be one of the rudest people ever. Park his car right in front of the fuel pump. At any rate, so I know we got fuel pumps here, and it looked like they had triggers on them, but they didn't work. So I went and put in my own fuel pumps, really cool placeables. Trying to fuel up. There we go. Full. Swing around here. Can't. And we are going to head out of Dodge. We've got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. We are off to Northern Ireland. Actually, we're off to Rathlin Island, off the coast of Northern Ireland, near the Ballymoon area, I think. I think that's right. So I'll catch you guys later.